So I have basically our tailored partner program ROI sheet. So when you call into our partner specialist, they're going to go over this sheet with you. And this is, again, to identify the opportunity here for you, if at all. So we go through how many clients you have, the type of client, the relationship you have with these clients. Are these clients that simply pick from an a la carte item list of services? Are they break fix? Do they subscribe to anything you want? How big are these clients? Based on all this information, we can come up with a very low conservative estimate of how much backup you would need to really go out there to your customer base and be successful. This will give us a turnaround on when you're going to make your money back. And then once you've made your money back, what does your profit look and what the time frame is for your profit? And this is so, again, we don't want to misplace partners. Partnership is all about working together towards a common goal of making money in this case. So if you're not making money, we're not making money, and we're not happy about that. So we're going to make sure that you're in the right program. So after this, we'll get out the Kindle code, and you can get out there and see what we can do for you. A couple of examples of where we've seen some great success is, small break fix shops really couldn't get out of the market of, the 15 and under user businesses. Came on with our service, started putting together a nice SLA for managed services, managed backup solutions specifically. Within 3 months, he actually landed the county courthouse that had about 200 users with 100 workstations. It's listed here, 5 servers and 500 gigs. So with our help, with our partner specialists, working with him to really massage his offering to his partners or to his customers, he was able to essentially revolutionize his business from a real small, struggling break-fix shop to now a flourishing managed service provider. And some examples of some of the branding we do. I want to open it up to some Q&A at this point, and in about 5 minutes I'll give out the Kindle code. So a couple questions here. Can a user upgrade their level of backup service? With the web package, yes, your users can sign in. They can see an audit trail of what they purchased from you and when, for how much, and they can upgrade their account without speaking to you. Without the web package, you would need to have a request sent, which an email will be sent to you with the partner or the customer contacting you with a request for an upgrade, in which case you do that. Sales quotas for partners, we don't have that, but we do operate on a wholesale basis, so your buy rate is dependent upon what you can commit to. What tech support service levels do you have for partners? Well, we have our standard operation is that our partners provide level 1 tech support, and then they can escalate to us. If you want to have your customers interact directly with SOS support rather than you mitigating between them, then we have a co-branded option where you could have a Chuck's Online Backup powered by SOS, in which case you could forward your customers directly to us. Another question, what bandwidth does a 15-user backup, small, medium business with 10 megabit per second, what's going on there? Really, it's the same thing. I think everyone is used to having services throttle them, and that's why this is such a common question. But really, as fast as you can push or pull data is as fast as we're going to take or push it back to you. So if your user does a speedtest.net and they're getting 7 megabits per second up, take maybe 1.5 to 2 off of that for SSL, and they're transferring their backups at 3 to 5 megabits per second. Now the backup, we actually throttle up. So if you have a small amount of data you're backing up, then it's not going to take all that it can. If it sees that there's a lot of data that it's transferring, you'll see the transfer rate really start to climb. Some more questions about different service packages. Again, go talk to your partner specialists. They're going to be the ones that are going to be able to set you up with all this. You'll be interacting with my team here. We have a list of the different teams that you can interact with. We have the account managers who will be in contact after you become a partner and after you've gone through the delivery process. Our partner delivery team, and we do have a team that's dedicated just for getting you up and going through the market. So as soon as you sign up, you'll be working with what we call our rebrand team, or PDT, and they'll make sure that you have all the access, you get the branding correct, and all the information correct, and your software delivered on time. That way you can help plan out marketing. They'll also give you the training availability and all the resources. Training team, again, we do 3 webinars a week for our partners, and you're more than happy to go to those as many times as you like. They're all live webinars. So it's, again, it's part of keeping that strategic relationship alive. Ongoing sales support. We do a tech and admin training. So the tech and admin training really covers the basics of and best practices of getting a service started in a certain environment, how best to schedule it, depending on the size, best practices with big backups, server backups, multiple users, SQL, Exchange, Active Directory, all that good stuff. We're going to go in there to make sure that you know what you're doing and you're familiar with the service and where its strengths are. Question on scheduling. You can schedule the backup to run hourly, multiple hours, or every few hours at a certain time every day. You can, if you're so inclined, you can script the backup to run after other events on your machine. So, all power to you if you want to do that. You really be flexible through the task scheduler. So however you want to do it. It runs as a Windows service. So if the user's logged off, you're running terminal machines, no big deal. Still going to run. Another question following up on throttling uploads. At what rate? It depends on the need. It's on a per need basis. So if you have, a 5 gig PST file that's never ever been archived, we'll see that file and we'll take as much bandwidth as we can and push that file across. There's no specific percentage rate. It's on an as need basis. It's dynamic. It's a more of an algorithm than a linear equation. I think that pretty much does it. So I'm going to give out the Kindle code. So again, go ahead and call in to your partner specialist. Your Kindle code today is going to be KD198G. And I'll enter that in the chat here. And again, that's KD198G. So go ahead and call in and talk to your partner specialist, give them your Kindle code, and they'll be good to go. And I'll keep taking questions now for about another 4 or 5 minutes. Since it's a Windows service, it can then back up other attached drives across the network, such as NAS. That's true. We don't limit you to backing up just local drives because that's not how we've priced out our services. So we don't need to limit you. Basically, if you have read and write, you're good to go. Of course, you want to make sure that that connection is good. And to confirm the Kindle code, yes, it's K as in kite, D as in dog, 198, G as in go get a Kindle. Do you offer initial seed via mail-in for large volumes? We do. And if you go to our knowledge base, it's kb.solonlinebackup.com. You can look up information about our partner programs, our services, our seeding services, our strengths, our limitations, anything that you would want to know, we probably have in the knowledge base. So How would I handle a 1.2 terabyte backup? Well, it depends on your environment. Depends on the backup set itself. Are these all files? What's the average size per file? We really do a nice evaluation of services when you have a large amount of data, because there are good and bad ways to go about that. A bad way would be just to select the whole block and say run without knowing any of the information we talked about before. Is there a database involved in here? Are we talking about 1.2 terabytes with use space on a drive? How much of that is data that we're not going to want to pull? It really comes down to the organization and how well we want to do a rundown of that backup. A couple more questions. Backups available for BlackBerry, Mac. Again, we got some big things coming out in the next few weeks. So we will have Mac out shortly. It's really quite exciting to see what we're going to do in the next 60 to 90 days as well. Peter's got a good question. I would take that more to a tech and admin training. So talk to your partner specialist and see if you can get involved with one of our sales engineers, or if you want to attend the tech and admin training. It's every Tuesday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Pacific. If the unable to answer, well, there's a big call volume going on, as there when you do webinars with so many people. So just try back. If you don't, what you could do is you could submit a ticket to support, or if you go to our website and request a contact to a partner, then they can schedule a time with you. But right now it's going to be pretty busy, but I would just try calling back. If you want that account to use, a trial account, sure, you just talk to your partner specialist and they'll set you up with an account that you can trial and use. All right, I think that pretty much sums it up for us today. Thank you all for your attendance. Thank you all for your participation.